if you're not a great player, we tend not to talk about you unless you get into a controversial situation. But a guy that we talk about, and I'm putting my foot down, this is the last day I'm ever going to talk about him, I think, is Dez Bryant. So Jerry,
I think.
Yeah, I think. Something blows up, or he ends up on the Patriots. Okay, so Dez Bryant gets talked about a lot. Like a lot. By me, by Skip, by Shannon, by shows after us, last 5 years. A lot of talk. So Jerry Jones came out this week, owner of the Dallas Cowboys, biggest brand in the NFL, biggest brand in the world in professional football. And he said, the thing in Dallas is we haven't had a true number one receiver for years. My definition, like Julio Jones, DeAndre Hopkins, and not a lot of guys around the NFL. We haven't had a guy like that for several years. Well, of course, Dez Bryant, who has no life and sits on Twitter all night, fired back several times. At first, he showed a little class, and then he did what Dez does. He freaks out, he gets emotional, and he goes on Twitter and says things that, I'm the man, pay homage to the man. Here's the interesting thing about Dez Bryant. Does Dez Bryant realize if he was on like 30 other NFL teams, he'd be completely irrelevant? He would be. He would be completely irrelevant. The Dallas Cowboys made Dez Bryant. You put him on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who cares? We never talk about Mike Evans. Mike Evans today is better than Dez Bryant was at his peak. We never talk about Mike Evans. Only people who talk about Mike Evans are fantasy football fans. I mean, here's what's amazing. So I thought to myself this morning, let's take Dez's best years. He had 3 years where he was a legitimate number one playmaker. 3 years, 2012, 2013, 2014. So that was at his best. So if you take the greatest 7 or 8 wide receivers I've ever seen play, Jerry Rice, T.O., Randy Moss, Chris Carter, Calvin Johnson, Larry Fitzgerald, Marvin Harrison, I went and looked at all of them. On average, Jerry Rice, 12 great years. Maybe not his rookie year, maybe not his last year, 12 great years. Chris Carter, Randy Moss closer to 8, Marvin Harrison closer to 8, Calvin Johnson closer to 9. Calvin could have played 3 more years. The average for great receivers was 9 years. Dez Bryant was great for 3. If Dez Bryant was never a Dallas Cowboy, he'd be Mike Evans. And Mike Evans already has a better career and appears to have another 4 or 5 years of Pro Bowl level play. In fact, let me play a blind, we do blind resume once in a while. For our radio audience, I'll put Dez Bryant, player 1, player 2. These are the blind comparable stats. And it looks like pretty much the same guy. 530 catches, 8,000 yards, 3,000-yard seasons. And do you know who the players are? Dez Bryant is one of the players. Okay, he's one of the players. The other player is Mike Wallace. Did you even know he was on the Eagles? It's his 5th team. He's hurt again. On the Eagles, he's had 3 targets and officially no catches. If you look at Dez Bryant and Mike Wallace has had the better career. I don't remember ever talking about Mike Wallace on a radio or TV show. Mike Wallace, I think 60 Minutes. I don't even think football player. I think the old guy on 60 Minutes who passed away several years ago. Dez Bryant should count his lucky stars. He is the most over-discussed, overhyped, over-tweeted, self-deluded player in the NFL over the last decade. For 3 years, he was pretty good. Mike Wallace was better. Mike Evans is better. We never bring them up. I don't know if he got a shoe deal. I don't know if he got endorsements. I don't know that much about Dez Bryant. But he should thank Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys every day that he's on shows like this. He's discussed on shows like this. I turn on the radio all the time and listen to sports radio guys. Dez Bryant's a topic. Mike Evans is never a topic. I mean, even among Bryants, there's Kobe Bryant, the Cubs' Chris Bryant, the former football coach Bear Bryant, and Bryant Gumbel. They're more interesting and productive than Dez Bryant. So officially on this show, this is the last time I'm ever talking about Dez Bryant, I think, unless he becomes a Patriot. It's incredible. Does this guy understand how lucky he was? He got Tony Romo, he got Jerry Jones, he got the star, he got Dallas, he got the brand, and he gave you Mike Wallace. It's incredible. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.